Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Drains. Today we are working inside a crawl space where there's already been a footer pipe and footer tile installed, and they're having a problem with that. The biggest problem was and is the sump pump discharge comes up, goes out through the wall, and it ties into the downspout drain right there. That line is full and needs to be replaced, but they don't want to do that. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to go ahead and pull out the old pipe and retrench the line, a new line all the way back, about probably 20-30 feet back, and then we'll go ahead and put a new perforated pipe, new gravel, because this gravel and pipe has become so clogged with dirt that it just cannot enter the system and get down here to the pump. So something the homeowner could do themselves, it's kind of tight down here in the crawl space, a little bit humid, but not that bad. An easy job, won't take you long to do it all. So you can see our trench. We've made a new trench all the way down. This is the footer pipe. We are actually at the footer level, right on the footer of the wall here, and it's going to run right down there to the sump pump, which you can see down there. There's the sump pit and the pump, and we'll connect it into the pit. First, now that we've got our trench dug, we want to do just like a regular installation. We're going to put some new gravel down, just a little base of gravel, a couple of inches all the way down. Then we'll lay our perforated pipe, holes pointing down, and we'll connect it here, and then cover that all up with new gravel, and we'll be done. So we just need a thin base of gravel, a couple of inches on the bottom, and you can see we're using gravel by the bag. This is perfect. We just need to get the holes up out of the dirt. And remember that how the system works is water floods up through that gravel, it'll enter the holes of the pipe, and then the pipe carries it away down to the sump pit. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make our connection. Remember, we've got a base of gravel down below, and you can see our holes here. We're going to point those holes down into the trench. And you can see the little green line on the top. That's how we know that the holes are pointing down. And this has a coupling on it. These are 10-foot sections, and they just snap together. Perfect. We'll go all the way down to the sump pit. We'll make that connection, cover it up, and we're done. So now we've cut off the pipe to fit inside the pit. We want it to extend a little bit inside the pit, just a little bit. We want it to extend just inside the pit a little bit. We need to slice the end of the pipe so it fits into our hole. We just use our hacksaw for that. Cut it back about 4, 5, 6 inches. Remember, it's perforated pipe, so it doesn't really matter if there's a slice in it or not. That might be enough, it might not. But you can always recut it. You pinch it together and you slide it in. And then you can make your connection right here. 1, 2, 3. Make sure that holes are pointing down, so line the green line up with it. You just spin it, perfect. And that's going right into the sump pit, as you can see. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and cover up the rest of this with our new gravel. And Derek's back there, he's pouring some gravel back there. You can see it's got all brand new gravel going in the back. So gravel by the bag. Remember, the more gravel, the better. And you just pour it through there. Now, this excess, we're going to have to haul this out of here. So we're going to put that in a bucket and just carry that away. And then we'll put back this plastic. We pulled back the plastic before we started to dig so that we're able to cover it all up and make it look good. You can see all the mud that has been coming down from that front wall up there. And the problem is that the water's coming down through here because it could not escape through this section right here. This section was really backed up with tree roots and debris and mud. So we went ahead and replaced this little section, and the sump pump lifts it up and goes out through the wall. Okay, so we pulled back the moisture barrier, put that back, but I just wanted you to see we've got lots of gravel covering that pipe, gravel underneath. Remember, holes point down if you're using the pipe with holes in it. If it's slotted pipe, holes all the way around, you don't need to worry about that. But I like to use, holes in the pipe. I think it gathers more water and works much better. So we brought that into the sump pump. Sump pump lifts it up and sends it out. There's two problems here. One, you can see how muddy it is right here. That water could not get through from where we started, where we made that first connection back there about 30 feet, and that couldn't get through, so it just flooded up and came over here. The second problem is that the sump pump line came up, goes out through the wall, and it ties into this downspout drain right over here. During a big heavy rain, when the pump's working and this entire roof, which I'll show you, you can see this is huge. There's got to be 2,000 or 3,000 square feet coming down these downspouts. And of course, when it rains hard, that water tries to go out through the backyard, but it can't. The line needs to either be cleaned or replaced to accommodate all that water. So the second part of the problem that we fixed was we went ahead and temporarily splashed it out right here. This is a sump pump line, and you can see over here where I cut it free and put a new down pipe and brought it straight across and let it discharge so that water can easily escape. So if you're going to tackle your own crawl space problem, be prepared for a little bit of labor, and you're going to get dirty, you're going to get muddy, especially this spring when it's been raining coming into early summer here in the southeast. We have lots of rainfall, and basically recap again. Problem was, you can see how muddy this section is in here. This section from back there by the air handler coming down through here all the way over to the sump pit was clogged. And all the water from all the way around the crawl space, is coming down and just backing up right here. A little bit of water was getting into the sump pit, but not enough for it to really get out. So we replaced, a section of pipe here about 30 feet. And then the second problem, remember there's two problems here, is that the discharge pipe from the sump pump, where the pump comes up and goes out through the wall, it ties into the downspout drain, which drained out back. That problem still exists. All we did was splash this out temporarily because the new homeowners need to make a decision. The new homeowners need to make a decision on what they want to do with that line. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day.